Yeah, let's begin with lab 10. So get into this link which they have given for task 1 and you will end up here. So yeah, this is the lab and start the lab. And just wait for it to allocate resources for you. It may take up a minute. Yeah, so now click on open console. So you directly get logged into a trial account. Now get into S3 and create. Already two buckets are there by default. Now create a bucket and name it as given. So but it has to be unique, so let me add my srn. Okay, and leave other settings to default and create the bucket. Okay, so it should be in small case. Yeah, create bucket. And yeah, create one more bucket with the same name and hyphen resized. Yeah, and the same here, just create bucket without changing any options. Okay, so now you have two buckets and I think we need a screenshot here, and take a screenshot and it should be 1a.png. And okay, so next thing is lambda, but before that let's upload the image file. Upload it onto the original bucket, not the resized one. Okay, so it's uploaded. And yeah, now go to lambda and in lambda create a function. But before that, make sure you go into the old UI by clicking on the checkbox at the top left corner, and now create a function. Let it be default for author from scratch and name the function as given. Let it be python 3.7. Okay, scroll down. Yeah, and use an existing role with lambda execution role. Okay, and yeah, create the function. Okay, the function is created. Now add a trigger, and the trigger must be from S3. So yeah, scroll down and select S3. Now select the bucket, the original bucket, not the resized one. And the event should be all object event, all object create events. Yeah, it's select this bucket and the event is selected by default and no need to add anything, but make sure to check the checkbox below and create it. Okay, so this is a second screenshot which we need. Take a screenshot and name it 1b.png. Okay, next thing is we need to go into code. So okay, yeah, click on create thumbnail. So now when you scroll down, you go into the code of it. Okay, so click on actions and upload a file from Amazon S3. Now paste the S3 URL which they are given in the quick labs document. And yeah, that is done. Now the next thing is, okay, runtime settings. Copy this handler and yeah, go back to lambda, scroll down, and yeah, here we have the runtime settings. Edit and place the updated handle. Save it. Okay, now this is done. The next thing is general configuration. Yeah, so copy the description, and for this you need to go into the new UI because you don't have that configuration option in the old UI. Okay, so now I have got the option here. Now let it be in the general configuration. Click on edit and paste your description. Save, and yeah, this is done. The next thing is to test our function. So go back to lambda. Okay, but yeah, Yeah, go on to the test tab and let it be a new event, and the event must be related to Amazon S3. So yeah, S3, and I think it is S3 put, but let me confirm it again. Yeah, it's Amazon S3 put. Okay, and you need to change three things here. You need to change the name of the bucket in two places, that add it as images and the name which I have given, and the same thing below at line 27, and also at line 30 add the image file name. I think it's happy face dot, yeah, happy face dot jpeg. And yeah, this is done. Now I think we can invoke it. Okay, make sure the name is exactly the same, and before invoking let me save it. Okay, I need to give it a name. I think they haven't given any default name for it. We can give any name we want. I'll give it just test. Now save change, then invoke it. It just takes a few seconds, and here you have the output. Let me zoom out and take a screenshot of it. I think it's 1c.png. Okay, and the next screenshot is in the Amazon bucket. Go into the resized bucket and you have a file, image file here. Take a screenshot, and that is 1d.png. Now let's move on to task 2. Click on this link as given in the document, and you can close these tabs. No need to delete anything or no need to shut down any instances. Just end the lab and it's all done internally. Now let me start the new lab, and again wait for a minute to configure the resources. Okay, now open console. Okay, so log out and you will get into this page. Just close the tab and again click on open console. Okay, now get into Lambda, create a function. This is a new account, you won't be having anything from the previous lab. Go into Node.js 12 and yeah, select these options as I select. And yeah, this is done. Now copy the code, click on FAQ. Okay, yeah, index.js, edit it, just paste the new code. And yeah, after the code is done, I think we may need to deploy it. Let me just verify it again. Okay, these are the screenshots which we need, and as per the document, yeah, we need to deploy it. Okay, deploy, and let's deploy it. Next thing is configuration and edit the description. Okay, the next thing is to add a trigger. Select the trigger as API gateway, let it be REST API, and security is open. The API name is same. I think deployment name should be updated. Yeah, update it, and no need to enable anything or update anything. Just click on add. Okay, so this is done. Expand the function overview and you will get a pictorial view. Now take a screenshot, and I think this is 2a.png. Okay, next thing is to test the API endpoint. Just click expand details and you get an API endpoint URL. Copy and open it in a new tab. And yeah, this is the success URL of the API. Take a screenshot. I think it's 2b.png. And the next thing is to test it internally. Okay, name it basic test and let it be empty data. Empty out the data, and yeah, the name is basic test. Save changes and invoke it. And yeah, here is the log. Let me zoom out and take a screenshot. I think it's 2c.png. Yeah, and that's it for lab 10. Just close the lab.